Something so many ADHD professionals and coaches have talked about is how the acronym ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, really does not make sense. We do not have a lack or a deficit in attention. We have too much attention and usually on the wrong things. As an ADHD coach, when I'm helping my clients manage their attention span, it comes down to two things, either a lack of stimulation or overstimulation, and that leads to overwhelm. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to combat understimulation, as well as 3 tips to combat overstimulation or overwhelm. For anyone that doesn't know me, hello, my name is Sara Kelly. I'm an ADHD mindset coach, and I come out with videos every single week on everything ADHD and the isms of having ADHD. Let's start this out by discussing how ADHD affects your ability to stay focused and engaged. Research has shown that people with ADHD struggle to stay focused when they are understimulated. But then, just like the drop of a coin can completely flip and be overstimulated and overwhelmed. And we really seem to be at one end of the pendulum or the other in extreme. This can make it feel difficult or even impossible to complete tasks and to stay organized. So what do we do with this? Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. A really great way to combat understimulation is to get a fidget toy. And if you don't have a fidget toy, doodle. If you are needing to pay attention to someone when they're speaking, or you're getting direction and you are just on sensory overload because there are too many other things going on and you need to focus on that person, that conversation, or that task, find something to do to distract you a little bit, and a fidget toy is definitely a remedy that can help you concentrate more if you are currently understimulated. The second tip I have for you is when you're doing something that is not stimulating you enough, pair it with something that you are interested in. For example, when I clean my condo and I do my vacuuming and mopping, I always listen to an audiobook, and I only allow myself to listen to audiobooks, which I absolutely love doing, when I'm either taking my dog for a walk outside or when I am doing housework. Pairing the mundane with something that is reward-based for your brain can help you get through a task that is not stimulating enough. All right, my third tip for understimulation is to get up and get moving. This is what your brain is craving, and it is one of the easiest ways to produce dopamine in your brain. And if you'd like for 10 natural ways to increase dopamine in your brain, I have a video linked either above or below this video that talks about 10 natural ways to increase dopamine production. You can do this by taking regular breaks, short breaks, and during your break, stretching, going for a walk outside, doing jumping jacks even, or push-ups or sit-ups, depending on what your fitness goals are. Doing something to get moving can actually raise our dopamine levels and increase stimulation. If anything that I'm saying is resonating with you, can you please drop a comment below and like this video so that I can see what my viewers' insights are, as well as pushing this video out to more people in the algorithm. Let's talk about overwhelm or overstimulation, which is the other side of the pendulum from understimulation. The first thing you can do when you're overstimulated, especially if you are in a work area, is taking away extra stimulation from your work area. Sometimes with ADHD, we have doom piles, and this is our way of organizing things, but these doom piles can also lead to overwhelm. I suggest getting maybe a smaller desk instead of a really large desk that has a lot of real estate on it for piles, and keeping it at a minimalistic standard so that when you are working, when you have to focus on something, that overwhelm is going to take you into that task paralysis, making sure that your workstation is clean and tidy and there's not too many things out that can overstimulate you or send you into overwhelm can be really, really helpful. I don't know about you, but for me, this one is huge, my second tip, because so many of us with ADHD are big picture thinkers. And that's an amazing quality to have in a lot of aspects of our life, but when it comes to needing to get something done, sometimes when we see the big picture of something, it can be really, really overwhelming. And I'm sure you've heard this dozens and dozens of times before, but this is where a little bit of planning and breaking your tasks down into manageable bite-sized pieces that can absolutely help with overwhelm and the crippling anxiety that usually is paired with overwhelm when you have ADHD. So look at the big picture of your project, and then what I suggest is reverse engineer it. Where do you want to go, or where do you need to go? And then work backwards in an order that makes sense for you and getting the project done in an efficient way. Ordination of tasks within our own brain is part of our executive dysfunction. We struggle with it. So don't make your brain do that work. Put the task on a piece of paper and then break it down into small chunks, and then prioritize what do I need to get done now that will make sense to lead me into that next step. And reverse engineering it can make those steps a little bit more clear and a little bit more concise for you. All right, my final step to combat overwhelm is taking deep, slow breaths. If you are in a state of fight, flight, or freeze, you need to get yourself out of that. You need to calm down your parasympathetic system. You can do that in a few ways: taking deep breaths, using a phone and doing the box breathing technique where you breathe in for 4 seconds and then you exhale for 4 seconds, and you can follow the corners of your phone to help guide you. Another way to help with any kind of overwhelm, which is a form of emotional dysregulation, is getting a cold compress or a bag of frozen vegetables out of the freezer and just putting it on your neck and your face. This can calm down your sympathetic nervous system so that you can be able to take a little bit of space and calm down and ground yourself before, completing your task or digging into a task that feels overwhelming. ADHDers, we live in our head a ton. It is absolutely part of our executive dysfunction. So anytime you can interrupt a pattern of overwhelm or fight, flight, or freeze, it gives us the space to take more perspective and out of that emotional brain where a lot of us live a ton. If you would like to expand on any of these tips that I have given you, I have 3 sources linked below this video that talk about overwhelm and under-stimulation and having ADHD and how to be more productive. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. I come out with videos every single week on everything ADHD and mindset. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on so that you never miss a video from me. And I will see you next week in the next video.